Oh boy, we're going to start talking about stuff. You're either going to think I'm crazy, or you're going to start to realize that maybe there are no limits, and that anything you're thinking right now isn't really true at all, and that you really don't know the answers. Neither do I. And that we're so much greater than you ever imagined. I'm going to talk to you about who and what we are. Aliens, extraterrestrials, the origins of what we are. I want you to just open it up, because I'm not saying this is what is. I'm telling you what came to me that I want to explore with you. You ready for this? Yeah. Stay on my channel, because I'm going to start going into spaces that'll blow your mind. Let's go. Welcome to Landria Onkka on YouTube. Here to help you break through fears and live an amazing life. You know, it's really, my hat's messed up because I have a bun in the back. I pulled my hair up. It's really hot here in Florida. Wow, I love life. And sometimes I think, what am I doing here? Do you do that? You're thinking, what am I doing here? I can't wait till this is over. And then you're thinking, oh, it's so amazing. Yeah, and I'm not talking about ego, like controlling you, like, oh, I have money, I have good relationships, life is good. I'm just talking about like everyday experiences where you're connected to the quantum field, where you realize that you're in for a ride right now, unlike any other, and you're not getting off it. Yeah, even if you outed yourself, you don't get off of it. You just keep recycling until you accomplish your goals. So it's important for you to do that right now. I'm going to propose something to you right now that might be a stretch. So can you just clear out any judgment? Because if you find yourself going, oh, that isn't true, and oh, but step back and say, okay, wait a minute. I don't need to go there. I'm just going to listen to this. I'm going to propose to you that we are nothing like we thought we were as human beings, and that we are, I'll use this word, probably not the best word, an experiment. Not for joy or somebody's, crazy purpose, but to create something beautiful that didn't go quite right, which isn't actually possible because there's no such thing as right or wrong, but that didn't go as planned. And that we are being upgraded and changed with our DNA. I've been doing a lot of videos on our DNA. This is real stuff. How can we have junk DNA, spaces that aren't being used, or brain spaces that aren't used, by the way? Yes, it's telomeres, not tellurides. I said we have tellurides. Did I say tellurides? I meant telomeres. Yep. All right. Telomeres crinkle up. They're part of our DNA. They're our genetic codes. Everything's a code. Everything is set in geometric forms and sounds and science and math that allows everything to flow exactly the way it should. There are no mistakes, there's no chaos. The matrix is created by us. It's not something separate. So can you step back and say, I am that. I am. I'm the matrix. I'm the creator of the matrix. I'm the participant of the matrix. I'm the creator of this individual choice, this individual experience. And so you get to do anything right now. Now, I want you to think of this, and here's where we get hung up on this whole ET, experiments and, what are they doing and coming here? We have agreed to everything. We have to. There is free will. You cannot infringe on somebody else's free will. And even people come here that think they're being infringed on aren't. They have had agreements in place before they came here, and we have had our memories wiped as humans so that we could experience being human. Otherwise, if we knew what we were, we would just not do anything. We would just like create, which is what you're doing now anyways, but you're doing it on a low frequency, and we're learning what that is. What's it like to be dense? What's it like to not know what we are? What's it like to not know light? What's it like to experience fear? And I teach how to break through that. So, I propose to you, we are genetic experiments meant to upgrade what was existing at one point, which is why we have a jump in the DNA, the genetic, the missing link. Gregg Braden talks about this. Watch his videos. The guy is a scientist. He's not just saying stuff out of woo-woo. He has done studies, and whether you believe them or not, eye-opening. What are we? We are an accumulation of different things out there. We're no one thing. So there have been different experiments on us, upgrades, and all kinds of things. And so you're seeing a combination of that here on our planet right now. Now you're probably thinking, oh, we're humans. That's horrible. What a horrible thing. No, you're not the human. Here's where we're going to take it to the next level. You ready? Ready to open your mind? You're the light being that agreed to be part of the experiment. You're not the human being experimented on. You're the light being that said, okay, I'm going to go down there and we're going to see if we can develop this. And I will be the light being that comes into this creation of this particular DNA or whatever genetic codes were put into this one species. I agree to participate in that. So I will be the one that is in density, that is not on the level of what I am when I'm outside of my body. I'm okay with that because we're going to experiment and have fun with this. I know it's going to sound cray-cray. We're going to experiment and have fun with this and say, can I go into density in this experimental form that we created and become something really massively awakened? That's what the DNA shift is. So there were, let's just say, creations of us where the DNA allowed us to go into that. So the DNA, the junk DNA, that's all this stuff missing, what is that? Was implanted later on so that we could go ahead and go into that powerful space, and we're doing it. We're doing it. We have brains that we have the capacity to go in, and through free will, we're doing it. We're going into it. So it was implanted later on because there were decisions made that didn't work out so well because we were in such a dense form that we weren't able on that level of that dimension to pull ourselves out of it. So there were decisions made by us. So then we went over to the other side and said, okay, I'm going to come back. And this is part of, you're going to love this. This is part of reincarnation. Okay, planet Earth, yes. So we've upgraded our DNA, and I have a chance to go into that higher activations. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. Yes, take me back, because those things that I learned that I just didn't do a very good job at, I'm going to do it better, because now I think I can go into activation in the new form that was created by extraterrestrials who have come here to help do the material, physical calculations of the human that we are now. Allows us to go into higher dimensions, allows us to go into awakening. Are you with me on this one? Okay, I'm going to say this again. Extraterrestrials, who are also the illusion of the creation of everything, playing the game of creating something really amazing on this planet. A lot of things didn't work out the way they were planned. And so every time some human comes on here, it's not a punishment or some extraterrestrial experimenting with us. We're the light beings that come into these bodies, agree to come into these bodies as part of the experimentation. So when you hear of abductions, that's the same thing. People in advance, That's why families tend to be abducted. People in advance say, okay, yeah, I know we have some adjustments to make. We're going to have to, monitor the physical attributes, material attributes of these bodies. Yes, I'll come there into the body and allow you to experiment on the physical body so that we can upgrade it, so we can, make it into something amazing. I'm on board with this. This just came to me, all right? I didn't watch videos. I didn't do anything. I was thinking that how can we just be humans that are being experimented on by extraterrestrials, and what are their intentions? Whatever you think about that, you absolutely 100% agreed to it. No, you did. Nobody's a victim. You are entangled with everything in your life by choice. And everybody in your life is a part of what you chose, whether it's on the human side to learn lessons and evolve, or on a much higher extraterrestrial side, saying, okay, I'm going to come here and raise the frequency of the planet. And all of us are meant to do that. Whether we evolve individually, if you do that, you affect the collective anyways. And maybe your focus is to be individually evolved, to come here individually and focus on that. And others come here to help focus on the evolution of others and be the light for that. I'm one of those people, by the way. And so you may have memories of past lives. None of us is above another. I'm not higher than anybody else. I may have more knowledge, so I have less veils. That's all that's happening. You can lower those veils. So we come here with veils on purpose so that we can experience this lower frequency. It's pretty amazing. And you can remove the veils and what's out there. Wow. Something beautiful. Beautiful. That no human can describe. Even as a human form, you can connect to that because you've never lost touch with it. So, we have agreed to be the experiment on the planet Earth of a human being in density that can absolutely go back into one. And so, part of that has to do with our DNA evolution, our shifting, our transformation. So there's a physical part and a spiritual part that works together, and so it's not easy to come in these dense bodies. We changed to that, so now you have the opportunity to shift your DNA, transform. You can do it. And so that means you're going to activation of your DNA, activate those silent parts that are waiting for you. It's a choice for you. Everybody has it. You get to do it. Same thing with your brain. You can go into things that are mind-blowing. You can actually see things with your eyes shut. You can know what somebody's going to say before they say it. Because there's no such thing as time. You with me on this one? We are all light beings that chose to be dense human beings. We chose the matrix. We designed the matrix. We are creators of the matrix. We are the very ETs that experimented on these bodies and then agreed to be the light beings that come into them to see if we could pull it off. I'm just saying, come on over and get my free videos. What do you think about this? I want to hear what you have to say. By the way, it's telomeres, not tellurides. I know I said that in the last video. This is what happens when you get up at 3 o'clock in the morning every day and write instead of sleep. Free videos. These are free videos for online businesses, and I hope you'll subscribe. Please share these. Please just don't tell people what they have to think, right? We're not here to tell anybody anything. Just say, what do you think of this? Post my videos everywhere. I hope you do. I'm going to be interviewing the co-founder of Mind Valley here shortly. She has a book coming out. It's going to be very interesting. I'm going to do a podcast with her that I think you're going to love. She's going to open your mind. We're not supposed to be perfect because imperfection is perfection here as humans. Let's go there. You're whole and perfect, strong and powerful, loving, harmonious, and happy. Blessings to you, my friend. Namaste.